Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has opened a fresh front against the Congress party, this time over the independence of the judiciary. Jaitley accused the Congress of blowing the issue over the appointment of Justice K.M. Joseph out of proportion. The Finance Minister, in his new article, has accused the Congress for tinkering with judicial appointments in the past, citing examples from their tenure. Meenakshi Bhanja joining us on the phone line. Meenakshi, very interesting development there. Arun Jaitley is now coming up with facts and figures from the UPA tenure to illustrate perhaps how judicial appointments were made. That and of course also the issue of K.M. Joseph and his appointment. Can you tell us more about what you read between the lines there?
Well, Afrida, this is an issue which is not going to go away in the foreseeable future. That is affirmed through this article, and not just past instances pertaining to UPA, but Arun Jaitley goes further into history to cull out further historical evidences from the tenure of Indira Gandhi and even Jawaharlal Nehru to make his argument as to how, in his opinion, we have seen during the era of Indira Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru, the politically inclined judges were appointed. Of course, he's making the larger argument pertaining to the contentious case of Honorable Justice K.M. Joseph, in whose instance viewers will recall that, of course, now the collegium has reaffirmed its choice in principle, Afrida, to stand by or endorse Justice K.M. Joseph's elevation to the Supreme Court. But here, what has been a sticky point has been the government really going ahead and seeking further clarity or sending back the unanimous recommendation of the collegium. To that, it is Arun Jaitley's article which is making the larger argument as to how the executive is very well within its bounds to seek further clarity, further inputs on any case that it deems appropriate. The executive is not supposed to play a mute role, according to Arun Jaitley. It is very well within its domain as per the Constitution to seek further clarity. Of course, that being said, Mr. Jaitley also goes on to cite as to how the ultimate or the reinforcement of the recommendations of the collegium will be binding. But clearly, this is a fresh attack he is mounting on the Congress party, given the fact that we have seen in the past the Congress party, along with other opposition parties, be at the forefront of mounting attacks on judiciary, including the purported meddling of the government in judicial appointments.
Right, but then Arun Jaitley also risks being, accused of whataboutery. It is the BJP, at the helm of affairs now, so they are going to be questioned for the appointments that they make. Does it help to say, well, does it help to blame the UPA for the omissions and commissions of the past?
Well, Afrida, this is an interesting political, legal debate which we will see play out in the foreseeable future, like we have been showcasing to our viewers from the outset, that this is a sticky, contentious point which will not go away. Of course, there will be charges that will be exchanged thick and fast between the Congress and the BJP, and we have seen attacks being mounted by the Congress party, be that the impeachment motion which saw the coming together of signatures of 64 MPs. Of course, that was a petition which was ultimately dismissed by the Vice President's office. But that apart, several allegations have been brought about in the public domain, and the government is concerned about the message, or rather the perception that is being sought to be created by Congress and other opposition parties in particular about how there has been a prima facie meddling in judicial appointments, and that is what Arun Jaitley is seeking to put at rest by citing these historical evidences as to how from the time of Indira Gandhi to Jawaharlal Nehru, politically inclined judges have been appointed.
Right, very quickly, Meenakshi, Arun Jaitley has been out of action because of medical reasons. So, he's been out of public life briefly. Now with this, it clearly seems that he has been very much involved with the happenings in the country. Okay, I think we've lost the line with Meenakshi there.